me and Hines actually talked about this when we did our interview with Ford. Or was it Honda unit? I'm not sure. But up in Pittsburgh, we did a ride-along, and me and Hines talked about that series, that rivalry being whoever came out of that had a great chance of being in the playoffs and making that run to get a championship.
So I guess then let me ask from what you could glean. Again, I know you were with the team leading up to the game. What type of team is this? I can't figure it out. I mean, they were offensively dynamic the first 2 weeks of the season. Kansas City, they handled its business against them, and obviously we know it is a tough place to win, even though Indianapolis did it. Cleveland punked them, and then in Pittsburgh, Mason Rudolph, and they did. I mean, that is a way to look at it. I mean, they really did jam it down their throat, Ed. I say it with the ultimate respect, even though punking sounds disrespectful. But and then Pittsburgh with two backups almost, got it done. So what type of team do you think these Ravens are?
I mean, still a young team and still growing. The quarterback's young, though he's making plays. He still has a lot to learn. You got offensive coordinators just there for the first time, Greg Roman. So there's a lot of stuff that they're still ironing out. You got a bunch of guys on defense who are still getting to know each other, so they're building that camaraderie. I see a bunch of those guys out in Baltimore when I go there just at dinner. They're eating dinner together, trying to build that camaraderie. So it's like some of the earlier years that I had there, just trying to get that camaraderie built to where you have a solid team, and that's what it's about. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? And, so they're building the right way. The coach is building that team the right way, man. Always had a chance to be in the playoffs, and that's all you can ask for, to be a winning team and get to the dance and have a chance to fight for that championship.
So what growing pains do you think Lamar Jackson is going through right now, Ed?
I mean, you can see just making the right decisions, really. And for that position, protecting yourself is definitely something that's always going to be talked about for a running quarterback or any quarterback. Is all about protection and the hits that he's taken. Lamar has some moves, man. Lamar is a very savvy, and smooth player out there on that football field. You can see that. He stops on a dime, and I think he has it in his head not to take those hits. But as a running quarterback and want to be successful, once you get that ball in your hand, I know how us as athletes, you want to score, you want to get them extra yards for your team. As I used to do. When I got an interception, you can see us pitching the ball and doing kind of stuff like that. And that's what I'm saying. You don't want just that football player to come out of Lamar and he take one of those, Robert Griffin, hits, being that Robert Griffin is on the team, or one of those Michael Vick hits. So you want him to be a smart player. I want him to be a smart player, like a Russell Wilson, like a Donovan McNabb was. Making those smart decisions, and throwing the ball right. You make bad throws at times. We all do. All quarterbacks do. Even the best, and Brady and Peyton, made bad throws, So, it's just, like I said, it's those growing pains he has to learn, working that pocket.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.